Hey everybody! If anybody's here early, a couple minutes early, how's it going? I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs. This is a post-game show for the overtime win, Montreal over Washington, 3-2. I've got the stats from the game, 3 stars, the goal scorers, and we'll talk about the game. So if you're here, say hi. I see there's 4 people here. Hopefully more will show up. I don't know. But it was a good game and a beautiful Caulfield goal to win it. So hey, Guru, welcome back in, man. Not too bad a game. Goal. What was that? Good goal. No, that's not what it says. Good to get an OT goal. My glasses. I'm not seeing well. After giving up a tying goal really late in the third, it was. I had said this I think in my season preview. I expect Montreal to win a lot of their overtime games and not go to a shootout and actually win in overtime. It's a team that's really, really built for overtime. Like they're a 3-on-3 overtime, they're going to do well, I think. So yeah, it was really good. Wonder Phil, how's it going, man? Welcome back in. Lucas, welcome back. Almost let it slip away from them, but they got it done in the end. Defense needs to work on finishing up the game. Yeah, listen, it wasn't a great game overall, right? Montreal didn't look great overall. Defense, like Allen kept them in this game. Allen made it possible to win this game until Cole Caulfield could win it. So, yeah, hang on. So I got to read this text. All right, sorry. It's my son is having a little issue. He's down at emergency. It's all okay. I'm just, one of my boys is just texting me to say that they finally got everything done and he'll be on his way home soon. So I was just waiting for that. Where were we? Yeah, listen, this defense did not play well overall this game. I mean, I think the team itself, not a great game. First period was really bad. Second period, they started to pick it up. And then they allowed Washington back in the third. And yeah, at least they were able to put it away in overtime. So they've got some work to do still. But I mean, we knew that. Hey, Gabriel, how's it going, man? No worries, buddy. Awesome, man. Good to have you. Fun game. Love the Cole Caulfield counter hits. I am with the OG old man. We're eating chicken. I'm not. What? What did I say? What is that? We're eating chicken. What does that mean? I'm not sure what you mean there, buddy. A win is still a win, says Joe, no matter how it happens. Of course. But I mean, just saying, it wasn't like to say it was a great game. It was a good win. It was a nice overtime win, beautiful overtime goal. But the game itself wasn't great. Allen was really good. Hey, David, how you doing, man? Good to see you. So let's take a look at the stats for the game. Oh, my namesake, the old man, your friend, is there with you. I get you now. And you're eating chicken. Well, where's mine, though? I'm going to eat something after. I don't know what yet. I don't know what I feel like making. Probably some chicken nuggets. That's it. All right. I'm going to show you the game. This is how I do it. So, here we are. Can you see my cursor? You can't see the cursor, really? Can you? Yeah, there it is, but it won't move around for you. All right, so shots on goal. Montreal, they outshot us 5 goals, 33 goals, 30 shots, 33 to 28. Face-off, we've been great in the face-off circle this year, 58.5% to their 41.5. We went 1 for 6 for the power play. They were 0 for 5, 14 hits each, and 19 block shots for them, 17 for us. So basically pretty even other than that face-off circle, and that really made a difference. So they got 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and Washington got 2 in the third, and Montreal got 1 in the overtime, and that's what counted. Monahan opens the scoring at that was what, a minute 5 in? It was early, wasn't it? It wasn't. Was it the end of the first? I don't remember now. Oh no. So he got a power play goal. tip in. Gallagher, that was from Suzuki and Caulfield, by the way. Gallagher gets a pretty typical Gallagher goal, just coming in out of nowhere into the slot and putting the puck away. From Monahan and Pearson with a wrist shot at 9:50, 2-0 Montreal. Then Dylan Strome gets two pretty identical goals for Washington. Both snapshots, one from Ovi and Phillips, and one from Kuznetsov and Carlson. And that led to the overtime goal by Caulfield from Suzuki and Matheson, 47 seconds into the overtime with a wrist shot, and he made no mistake about that one. 3 stars tonight. We need shots on goal per period. Don't need that. 3 stars. Jake Allen was the first star. Well, go with third star. Cole Caulfield gets the 3rd star for the game-winning goal, and he had 1 and 1. And Strome was 2nd star for his 2 goals. And Jake Allen with the 1st star, because Jake Allen, as far as the Montreal players, my opinion, Jake Allen was the best player for Montreal. He kept him in that game. And I don't blame him on, I don't think either of the 2 goals he gave up. So there we go. All right. Let me just get set back there. All right, let's see what else you're saying in here. Gabriel, Rick, I'm actually wearing the long sleeve Habs shirt that you won from one of our contests. All right. It's the lucky shirt then. Awesome. Nice to hear that. Hey, Aiken. Stand a man. Good evening, Rick. I think the power play needs a new coach. Markov would be a great choice if he is willing to take it on. Well, this is what I know. St. Louis said a couple of weeks ago that he's going to be responsible partially for the power play with Burrows. So if the power play doesn't do well, he said you can point a finger at me. So it kind of does have a bit of a new coach in there. So power play overall looks better but definitely got a ways to go yet. They need a real power play quarterback in there. They don't have one yet. Great result. Aiken, I'm almost afraid to hear what you have to say about it, but there was a lot to be negative still about. It wasn't a great game. It was just a great result and a great way, like a really great goal at the end to seal it. But the game itself, first period, I mean, Montreal was bad. And there were many times when the defense was just scrambling around in their zone. Jake Allen was just really good. So Suzuki, let's hope Suzuki's bounced back. Probably has. Got 2 assists tonight, making really nice passes again. But he didn't look perfect out there yet. He didn't look perfect out there. But, sputter start maybe, and he's starting to get going. Let's hope. What else do I got? I don't really have much else on this game. To break it down, it was a shitty game by both teams. 2 teams that are probably going to finish pretty low in the standings. And Montreal was, like I said, Jake Allen really is the difference here, I think. I really do. I think Jake Allen was the difference in this game. That's my breakdown of the game. Montreal did get better as the game went on, but then, third period, they kind of it all went to waste almost, right, by giving up those 2 goals. And like I said, I don't blame Allen for them. So I'm glad they were able to pull it out in the overtime. This is going to be a good overtime team, I think. I really do think that this is going to be a good overtime team. Yeah, the Leafs won in OT as well. God damn it. I was watching that. And Laval lost 5-4 to Belleville. So what are you going to do? Oh, when I think it's a busy week next week. I'll tell you in a sec. I got next week's games here. Just give me a sec to move things around. It's a busy week, though. I believe there are 4 games: Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, Saturday. No, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad I saw this. I'm right on 4 games. Where I was wrong is next weekend it's not back-to-back games. The back-to-back games are Monday, Tuesday. So that really screws me up, man. Oh well, I'll manage. Buffalo's here on we're in Buffalo on Monday. Back home to New Jersey on Tuesday. That one is saying a 7:15 start, which is weird. But I triple checked that, so it was probably a typo, or it's a 7:15 start. Just weird, so I don't know. Thursday, Blue Jackets are here. And on Saturday, the Jets are here. So there you go. Busy week. Back-to-back Monday, Tuesday. God damn it, I hate back-to-back games. I just don't know. I don't like back-to-back games. What are you going to do? When I wasn't doing this, though, sure, back-to-back games are great. No, it's not great. It's a little more work than I want. But I'm glad I know that, and I didn't wait till tomorrow night to find that out. I can plan better. Yeah, I was going to go see my dad on Monday. I'm not going to be able to. I'll have to figure it out. All right, we'll worry about that when we get to there. On a side, not Joshua Roy, another 2 points tonight. Wait, on a, what? You're right. Joshua Roy has 11 points. He got 2 tonight, so 11 points in 5 games. I'm sorry, I didn't catch everything you're saying. Joshua Roy having a great start to his professional career. Leave him there, though. I hope you're not saying bring him up because they don't need him here right now. The team that played the way they did tonight does not need him here. They're not making the playoffs like that. Joshua Roy could have a really good season down in Laval, like a really good season. I think that'll do him great to play a ton of minutes, put up a lot of points down there, maybe help them win a championship. You never know. I think that would be great for him. So I hope they keep him there for a while yet. But it's great to see. I mean, he's leading the AHL, I believe, still in points. He was as of this morning. Adding 2 more points, I would think he still is. No pregame show on weekdays. I'll be starting at 6:45 and doing a quick preview for those games. The noon show is only Saturdays. Only on Saturdays when the Habs play. If the Habs don't play Saturday, we'll be back to nighttime Saturday hockey talk. That's the plan for this year. When there is a late game, anything after 8:00, I will instead of doing a post-game show, I'll do a pre-game show, and we'll work like that. Anything 8:00 and under, I will do a post-game show for. How's that? Does that make sense? Joe, halfway across the world, it means that, yes. Yeah, I'm glad you agree because I mean it makes sense, right? Leave him in Laval. There's no need to bring him here right now. Should the Habs keep Harvey Pinard or Anderson for first line right wing? I think what they're going to do is switch it around like they have been. As a matter of fact, in this game, I saw a few different combinations of their lines. And I think the plan kind of always was for this year was to use different wingers with Nick and Cole. Maybe they knew that they were going to need to do that anyway. And so, yeah. I think once Devo is back and Devo is skating again in practice in a regular jersey, so contact jersey, he might even be back by Tuesday, I would think. If not Monday, Devo is going to be in one of those two games. So that'll help sort this lineup out again. So Harvey Pinard might only be on the right wing on line one until Devo comes back. I think that's what it'll be. Because then, in my opinion, Monahan shifts down to the right wing on line one. That's my opinion. I've been pretty good this year so far with the moves they've been making. I've been right so far. But now I just said that. I set myself up for being wrong, probably. Nobody on the Habs qualified for the Calder. You're talking about this year? We will have no Calder Trophy candidates. I doubt very highly that we would. I mean, unless they call up Ottawa next game and he goes on a tear and he tears it up. I don't know. Lucas Armia is back. Apparently, though, one of the reasons is that Hughes is working on a deal. There's something in the works. Whether it'll come off or not, I don't know. But the rumor is that there's a deal out there. They're trying to nail it down for Armia. Fingers crossed. Thoughts on Slav's performance? Slav's a lot more involved in the game than he was last year. Playing better overall. He's not where he's got to be when he emerges. But overall better. Not the same as when Doc was centering him, but he said it, I think, prior to the game. Newhook was on that line. There was already some chemistry between them. They just need to build on that. And I think I'd say tonight they did. That Newhook line looks good. Been the best line, like what the line Newhook is on, whether Doc's centering it or he is, has been the best line overall so far this season. Tonight, though, Nick and Cole were good together overall. So Newhook's been a great acquisition. His first 4 games with the Habs. If that's the first 4 games, I'm really looking forward to seeing what this kid is capable of. He's fast. He's got moves. He's elusive. The kid's really good. King Croc, 100%. I just said it. Our power play quarterback of the future, not here yet. They're both, one's in Laval, one's in Boston at BU, at Boston University. I think that's what I think, and that's Lane Hudson in Boston, and Logan Mailloux in Laval. I think that's probably our future 2, wave 1, wave 2 power play quarterbacks of the future. I'm repeating that. Now Hudson got hurt last game and he was out tonight. Doesn't seem anything serious. More precautionary. All good. BL and a good Newfie boy to boot. You're 100% right. Something in the water over there. They produce some really good hockey players over there in Newfoundland. Gotta say, some really tenacious, hardworking, talented hockey players over there. I don't know when that started. I only noticed it since I started doing the channel, to be honest with you. Was one of the reasons why I wanted them to take Newhook. I thought that was something that would be real. I liked the kid when I saw his highlights, and I thought that was a good aspect of who he is, that he's from Newfoundland. And you can see the kid works hard. He's fast. I mean, he works hard. He really does seem to work hard. So a really good trade. For 2 prospects draft picks, probably kids that won't even play as many games as he's already played only, right? At the early blush of his career, Newhook. So how could that have been a bad trade? And he's proving that it wasn't already. Well, I believe Mayu will be has potential. I'm gonna say with potential with Mayu. Hudson, I don't think there's a doubt in my mind about Hudson. Is Mayu a stay-at-home defenseman who has a cannon? You got it absolutely wrong. I don't think anybody's ever said, "Oh, Mayu is a stay-at-home defenseman." He's not, my friend. He's an offensive defenseman. You got that one wrong. Yeah, okay. Well, you're up to your old. Yeah, okay. I just realized you're up to your negative shtick again. That's fine. Bottom pairing defenseman? No, he's a top 4D. But King Croc, not bad, right? We got 3 of the top 16 guys from that draft. Except for Doc, you got to figure Caulfield and Newhook should have gone higher. Doc was 3, so I don't think he would have gone higher. But Caulfield and Newhook probably should have. So in my mind, I see we got probably 3 of the top 10 from that when you do a redraft, right? 3 of the top 10 from that draft. I'm happy with it. Aiken, you can stop there. I'm not going to argue with you now. Any news on Norlinder? No, I kind of thought if there's another injury on defense, Norlinder's going to get the call up. So, but he could get a call up anytime. Lucas, I think you might be right, and I think he gets a call up before Mayu does. I'm hoping that's what they do, anyways, and don't call up Mayu either. But so far, listen, Barron played okay over anybody else. I'd give Barron a shot. Let's see how he does, and there might not be a need to bring up a Norlinder. Norlinder would have been great on the power play. Says Tony D. I think Norlinder would be okay now. I'm not saying he's the answer, but I think he'll get the next call up on D though. Well, but okay, listen, if you're doing say you go another year before you do the redraft after next season, Doc comes back, doesn't get injured again, has a great year, that could change that. If he drops, it's not going to be that much, in my opinion. So I still feel confident to say basically 3 top 10 players from that draft in a redraft. I'm going to stick to that too. Oh, I just realized I'm just looking at my thing. I just realized I forgot to post both these shows on my website. Damn it. I'm going to remind everybody, if you want to hear the podcast, there's 2 episodes out now of the Pucking Around podcast. It is available on my website if you want to listen to it there. It is available on Spotify for podcasters, Amazon Music podcasters, and on Google Podcasts, where nobody has listened to it at either of those last 2 yet, and it'll soon be available as well on YouTube here. YouTube is doing YouTube Music for YouTube Music /podcasters. So Google Podcasts is moving there. Everything will move over to there as of, I think, June. So there you go. That's where it's available. Please give it a listen. I hope you will. It's called the Pucking Around podcast. You can check that out in those places. You can search it. Excuse me. There's a link in the description if you want. It's for the episode number 2, I believe. But that'll get you to episode 1 as well. If you do go listen to it, I would appreciate it if you give us a follow and even leave us a comment. Let us know you were there. And check it out. Let us know what you think. They are a little bit on the long side. We're doing a video podcast on Monday. We're recording. It's going to be pre-recorded. We're making a conscious effort to drop the time by good 20 minutes. We're just a little bit verbose, some of us, I want to say. And that's been the problem. But I listen to it twice each after we record. I listen to them because I listen to see if I enjoy it after me being one that does it. If I can listen to it, especially a second time, and still enjoy it all the way through, then we did a good job. That's why I do that. It's not out of an ego thing. It's not. It's not. It probably is a little bit. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Who plays the back-to-back games? I'm going to dare say Allen on Monday because he deserves it after this game. And Tuesday's game will be it depends how they feel, right? Because Monday is Buffalo, Tuesday is the Devils. So it depends on how they feel who should get which start, right? But I'm gonna say Allen probably gets the next start and Monty gets the Devils on Tuesday. That's how I'm gonna go with it. Allen played so well tonight. I think it's fair when a goalie plays that good and literally saved your bacon that game, he gets the next start. Does that mean he will, though? It doesn't, because if they really are going and saying, well, Monty's the guy we want to see if he's a starter. If he's your starter right now, Monty will get the start on Monday. And maybe Tuesday, but I doubt it. Goalies don't play back-to-back games very often, so I'm going to take that back. And it'll be what it'll be. I don't know. I'll tell you this. You know something? It wouldn't shock me if Primo gets the start on Monday against Buffalo. I did hear the coach say Primo's going to get a start. Maybe that's the start that he gets. I don't know. It's not going to be against the Devils, though, but maybe against Buffalo. Godfather. Let me kiss your ring. No. Cole Caulfield in overtime from Nick Suzuki. Looking back at the past draft, Buffalo have drafted some gems and are probably top 3 drafting team with Dallas. Buffalo, if you look at my video where I predicted the final standings, I had them second in the division. So Buffalo's good. I don't think are they having a hot start? I don't think they are for some reason. I want to say that, but I don't really know. Could be not accurate at all. Anyways, it's back-to-back games. It's not going to be one goalie, especially with 3 goalies up on the roster. They're not playing the same goalie back-to-back. Okay, Bia, what are you talking about now? Okay, that's rather random. What are you talking about, Biel? We know who Pete the Fist is. I have no idea what Biel's talking about. Clarify, Biel. Buffalo's been rebuilding for so long that I actually hope they get in the playoffs. They've been through a lot. Oh, it's got to be like, 12 years? 13 years? Bielsa thinks Ottawa and Buffalo both get there. I don't know about both though. That's a lot of teams to have to jump over. I don't know if two of the teams that like are kind of projected to be in the top four fall out of that. I mean, I don't know. I'm giving it to Ottawa to be there over Buffalo. I guess is what I'm saying. Well, I went farther. Than last week. I want Buffalo to take out Toronto in round one. Would be funny. Would be funny. I mean, whoever against them in round one, take them out. It's not going to shock me though if Toronto makes it to round two. I don't think they get out of round two though. But it's not. They've conquered the round one. I wouldn't shock me if they do it again. I don't want them to, but it wouldn't shock me. All right. We're getting close to the end here because I'm not going to stay for an hour. But I'm just trying to think if there's something I got to mention. I don't think so. How was Dvorak? I don't know. He didn't play. I expect Dvorak Monday or Tuesday, though. He's already in a contact jersey in practice. That should be just a few days like that. Oftentimes, that's all it is. And I think, we'll see him against Buffalo or New Jersey. I don't expect him necessarily against both in his first game back in back-to-back games. So probably Tuesday we'll see Dvorak. Their goalie situation in Toronto makes me believe they'll be out quick. Yeah, I think they're not really set there. They never seem to get that right goalie. Aiken, I think you're wrong. Think the injury to Doc proves that Devo's needed, and I don't think they're moving Devo. Maybe at the deadline, yes, but they don't have to. He's got another year after this, but they're not moving him before the deadline, and I don't think even at the deadline next year, maybe, but I don't think so. Just the injury to Doc makes it. I don't think they move Devo. Andy, I don't think is going anywhere either. Not right now. Dvorak might be a summer trade, more a summer trade than this year, and potentially the trade deadline the following year, where he'll be on an expiring contract, so they will trade him by then. Thank you, Brad. Good call for what? What did I do? Mike Palmateer should make a comeback. How old would Palmateer be? Just like I do that every night. But yeah, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for being here as always. I'm going to take off in a minute too. So we're at what? Yeah, another minute. That's it. Unless you guys keep me here, we'll see. Well, King Croc also Monahan on an expiring contract, right? He only signed 1 year. If he's having a good season, you got to think at the deadline there's going to be a lot of offers for him. If they get the offer that they want, Monahan moves. Otherwise, they lose him if they don't re-sign him in this offseason. And it's kind of less likely this offseason they re-sign him. But they might. They might. I don't know. But I think Monahan would go at the deadline. BL Palmateer, yes. Both goalies, Palmateer and Hasek, very flip-floppy kind of goalies. So, yeah. But you know what? They don't last as long as good, solid positional butterfly goalies. Their reflexes, they're reflex goalies. And when you're younger, sure. But when you start to get older, you just can't make the saves as much. Monahan is a value piece. He's going to be very valuable at the trade deadline. Alan Bester. You coming up with all these names. Oh, you talking for the Leafs, right? All their old shitty goalies coming back. How did Slav look? Slav was okay. Slav he's not the Slav of last year. I don't think we have to worry about that anymore. He was okay. Not perfect by any means, but he was okay. He did some good things and he did some not as good things. Top Shelf Hockey Guy said Montreal will make a move. Mark it down. Mark it down on your calendars. Top Shelf Hockey Guy said so. Vegas looks very good. I haven't seen them yet this year, so I couldn't tell you. They could repeat, obviously. Yep. King Croc, I mean, in that kind of odd, Tampa's GM was scouting tonight. You got to think for them, they're looking at a goalie. You got to think they're looking at a goalie. So they're not here to see Primo. Why would he be here? Primo didn't play. It's not for Monty. Monty didn't play. Got to think Julian Breezeball was here to look at Allen. And no, you kind of think maybe they were here to scout Armia, but he didn't play. So I don't know. Primo will be traded. Okay, but he didn't play. So they're not here to see Primo. You don't come to scout a player who's not playing. Don Brown, I could not tell you if the Preds won. If someone in the chat can answer that for Mr. Brown there, that would be nice. Top Shelf Hockey Guy said, yes, Nashville won. And if they weren't going to win, they were going to trade the win or the loss for a win. Mike from Top Shelf Hockey said, we will trade for who? Primo, you'd think would play first before he's traded. Yeah. This is another PLD saga. What are we talking about? We don't need one of those anyway. Yogurt says Top Shelf Hockey says Montreal will get Lafreniere. Yes, we will not get Lafreniere. They're not getting Lafreniere. I don't see why they would need to do that. It doesn't make sense. Besides, Rangers just signed him to a 2-year deal, so I wouldn't think they're going to trade him. All right. I went a little bit more than I said I was going to go. Roy looks better than Lafreniere right now. Well, yeah, but that's in the AHL, right? So we don't know 100% how Roy is going to be here. All right, on these notes, I am going to be taking off, so I'll be back on. It's a rainy day tomorrow. I may get a video out tomorrow. I don't know, but I'll definitely be back on Monday and Tuesday. We got back-to-back games. Buffalo and the Devils, so look for that. And till then, I did take it easy out there. So thanks everybody for being here at the post-game show. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in a little while. Yeah, that's it. So to end the post-game show, Montreal wins 3-2 over Washington in overtime. Cole Caulfield with the game winner. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Till next time, stay safe out there. Peace out and have a good rest of the night. It's still sort of young. It's Saturday night, so 11 o'clock's nothing. Enjoy the night. See you soon. Ciao, everybody.